Hey everybody, my name is Jonathan, and I just wanted to hop on YouTube real quick and talk to you guys about the social and political climate that I noticed in America. And it's, excuse me, it's getting pretty wild. I'm surprised there wasn't a civil war started yesterday. Uh, you know, I'm gonna say this. I believe the thing that'll bring us together as Americans is being united under truth and standing up against misinformation and holding ourselves accountable. What we're definitely lacking in America today is accountability. And to go even deeper than that, I'll even say this, that what we're lacking the most is the love for truth. We don't love the truth anymore. We just love to be right. We love to um, be have our argument proven to be correct, and not actually want to be told the truth ourselves. It's going to bring us down as a country, and I think we need to really focus on that. It's deeper than a political thing or a race thing or whatever. It's really a heart issue, and I think pride is getting in the way of seeing that, maybe we need to just do better as people to avoid being in certain situations. And maybe you know maybe it's a bad idea to go into a protest with a firearm. Maybe it's also a bad idea to run after somebody that has a firearm instead of running the other direction. We all don't need to be a hero, right? So why are we going to? I mean, I'm not saying bravery and wanting to stop a situation is like a terrible idea, but when there's an active shooter, right? You want to typically run the other direction, get to safety. That way, you can make sure other people are safe and help out with aid if you want. Uh, but I think if you're running after that person now has a right to defend themselves. And it just, we all know what I'm talking about here. And I'll explain the whole Kyle Rittenhouse trial. We found out last week that he was found not guilty, and rightfully so. If you've watched the trial based on the evidence, I wasn't rooting for him to be not guilty or guilty. I watched hours of the trial, and he did defend himself. Now, I understand the perspective of maybe the other people that are on the ground. Maybe people thought that the three guys that were coming after Kyle Rittenhouse were just trying to stop an active shooter. I understand that perspective. I kind of was seeing that too. But the evidence from the beginning to the end shows that it was a self-defense case. And I don't support any particular individual. Um, but I mean, I support the truth. I support the truth. And I think that we all need to kind of reshape our principles around to have it based on the truth, and not these lies and not propaganda, not narrative. We need to be honest about what's going on in these types of situations. And we could still be upset and angry that it happened. And I think that we can have our opinion about a person in that situation. That's perfectly fine. But we need to be unified under the truth. And we need to quit peddling these false narratives and these false stories about what happened when evidence shows it didn't happen, and trying to convince people one thing's the law when it's clearly not, when you can look it up and it's not. I think we need to just be done with the bull crap. And I honestly think that this whole situation, this whole Kyle Rittenhouse situation, is based. It's based on, of course, it's based on a lie, but it's based. What am I trying to say? It's all a distraction. it's used to just it's a tool to use. It's a tool to just can't talk tonight. It's a tool to distract us from what's really going on in America. I think there's something evil that's being planned for all of us, and I think these micro incidences are just a distraction from. It's all an algorithm. The media is using an algorithm, putting stuff in front of us that they want us to see to distract us from other court cases, maybe from other laws. Maybe there's something terrible happening with other people in this country, and they don't want us to know about it. And watching a lot of TV and being on social media, stuff like that, it's also distracting us from reading a great book as well. And there's a lot of information in books that, I started really like reading again lately, and there's a lot of stuff that I just didn't know about, didn't know what was happening, or just, different perspectives on things that we miss out when we're just attached to our phones. Ironically, I'm making a video on my phone, but we miss out on a lot of content, a lot of concrete, proven content when we're not reading, because stuff has been verified, and for the most part, and you lose accreditation if you're putting false information in a book. Your publisher is most likely not going to support you if your book flops. So I trust books over something that can be thrown on Wikipedia, which I had somebody try to argue the laws in Kenosha, Wisconsin through Google and Wikipedia. And I know Wikipedia somehow made it into society as this acceptable source of information. Back when I was in school, Wikipedia was not, that was a no-no. You didn't refer to Wikipedia back when I was in high school. And I say back when I'm only 30, I'm not that old, but no. Wikipedia, I still don't consider it as a valid source of information. It's great to go on there and look things up, but get off of Google, get off of Wikipedia. If you want to cite some information, go to the source and just miss me with all the bull crap. Because I'm just going to tell you to get off of Wikipedia, get off of Google. I'm not going to debate you if you're just sending me a screenshot of something that popped up on Google when you typed it in the search bar and you didn't really dig too much further into the source. And don't ignore me. If you're going to debate me in the Facebook comments, don't ignore me about when I ask you to cite something. But I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to post this. I have a link to my store in the description. I'm also trying to promote my apparel stuff here. So let me know if you have any questions and comment below. See y'all later.